I met Asami in 2012 at the Silver Stars Pan Theatre. She is one of the people who I'd say love Pan more than me. And to love Pan way more than I do is a lot. When she first came and experienced Panorama, she even cried on stage, having experienced what it feels like to be on a stage and perform for so much people, and the hype and the vibes that it had. And to me, she would be like a cultural ambassador to our country because she carried her experience here back to Japan, and she brought many others here to experience the same thing. She loved our country more than a lot of Trinidadians do. And even if she didn't go to the beach or any kind of places in Trinidad to visit, she would just be happy to play Pan. She would be there from early in the day till late in the night, practicing. And believe me, she had more vibe and energy on a stage than most people I know. I just want to say that it has been very hard to lose her, but I've accepted the fact that she's gone. And she will forever remain in the hearts of many people in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you.
Yochi Watanabe and Katz Imaye, they too would like to read a message on behalf of Asami, and they've asked me to read their words. This is Yochi, Katz is somewhere behind this is Katz, sorry, and Yochi is somewhere behind the board. The message reads as follows. This year, we started off Carnival on a very sad note because of the loss of so many national musical icons. Ralph Robertson, Herman Guppy Brown, Jit Samaru, Pal Joey Lewis. However, when we got on the road on Carnival Monday, we began to get our joy and happiness back. That's the power of Carnival. By the end of Carnival on Tuesday night, we must say we were in heaven. The 2 days had been filled with wonderful moments and memories. We had shared the happiest music, the music we love, with so many people. This feeling was short-lived. The next day, when our friend called us, everything went to hell. We did not want to believe that it was our friend Asami Nagakiya who had been found. Now we are trying to come to terms with what has happened. We have been coming to Trinidad and Tobago to participate in Carnival since 1990. In all our years of visiting and living in Trinidad and Tobago, we have never ever experienced Carnival in this way. What has happened to our friend Asami, to us, is the official confirmation that Carnival is over. Someone has killed Asami and at the same time murdered our Carnival. Asami's murder is a wake-up call for all of us living in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago, we must wake up and must admit the reality that our country is not safe. We are no longer a country where people can leave their homes open and could walk the streets at night. Crime and violence is encroaching on our daily lives. Recent statistics show that Trinidad and Tobago ranks number 7 in the world in international homicides per 100,000 people. These statistics highlight that we, Trinidad and Tobago, are close to the edge. What happened to Asami is not just an incident between Japan and Trinidad and Tobago. It could happen to anyone living in this country. The crime situation is a present reality of the country and one we must face and try to change. Must try to stop this culture of violence from taking over our society if we want Carnival again. We can't have a good time in hell. Asami was an excellent musician with a positive musical spirit. She contributed to sharing and promoting Trinidad and Tobago's music and culture in Japan. We will all remember her. Our last memory of Asami, last time we saw her was on Juve morning when our truck passed by the Silver Stars float. We waved to her and she smiled back. Carnival is non-stop. Next year, we will be here again to support a great panorama and carnival. We are hoping that this incident will not hurt the musical, cultural relationship between Japan and Trinidad and Tobago. Finally, we have received many condolences from so many people in the last few days. We want to say thank you to everyone for these expressions of comfort and love. We truly appreciate it, knowing that we have your love and support is helping us through this difficult time. That message from Katz and from Yochi. And now we have two pieces of music played by Asami Nagakiya. The first piece is known as Oh Lady, Walk a Mile and a Half. Walk a Mile and a Half was composed by Lord Kitchener. The second piece is Dream Girl. Dream Girl was composed and performed by Asami. Both pieces, of course, feature Asami on the pan. Thank you. in memory of Asami Nagakiya.